Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Ironman profile. Today's video, we're actually on the alpha for most of today because we have a lot to talk about. There's quite the sizable update that was just put on alpha last night, and it kind of pertains a lot to what our plans were for money in the future. So we're going to take a look at how that might affect that. A lot of the changes, buffs, nerfs, you name it, there's a lot going on. So without further ado, leave a like and subscribe, and let's jump right into it. We have a lot to look at. Super quickly though, if you do ever find yourself checking out the Hypixel store, whether it be for an upcoming fire sale, maybe you want some of the items from Taylor's ongoing seasonal bundles, or you just want a booster cookie or a rank, whatever it may be, don't forget to use my creator code on checkout. It is code Zach, spelled just like my name, Z-A-C-H. If you type that on checkout, you'll actually save 5% on your purchase. It's a great way to support myself and the channel, and I do greatly appreciate everyone who uses my creator code. You guys are amazing. But without further ado, let's dive right into this brand new update. I'm here on the garden on the alpha server, and first and foremost, you can probably tell by the brand new pet I have equipped and the brand new barn skin that we have quite a few things to look at besides just that as well. But this is the brand new Pest Hunter's Wares, I believe is the name of the skin, barn skin. It costs 1,500 pests that you can trade in from the Pest Hunter Wares shop over here with Philip. I'll show you guys that in a second. But yeah, basically a bunch of flies in a cage. We got some earthworms, and then we also got like this big vacuum down below. Underneath, you can see all your visitors line up here. And also a bunch of like mosquitoes in this cage over here, some mites, we got beetles, a little bit of everything going on, locusts, and then we have our desk, visitors, and the compost over here. Pretty cool barn skin. I'll probably rock it on main. But the big thing comes over here with Philip. So this is overall a pest update. We have a brand new pests, a bunch of new items, and just a bunch to look at. So let's hop right into it. First and foremost, you still have these first two buttons that are the same. You can trade in 40 pests for 200 farming fortune that lasts half an hour. Still there. And then obviously this shows you your active bonus. And then the Pest Hunter Wares button, I believe it was like down here and it's moved up now. But this has a bunch more items in it. Before it was just this accessory line. That's all you could buy in here. Now we have all these new items, okay? And some of them are actually really good, and some of them are kind of lackluster, but let's get into that. First and foremost, Biohazard Armor. This is an upgrade to Mushroom Armor. For those of you who don't know, Mushroom Armor is the best set to basically be grinding pests in, because all the stats of the armor are tripled at nighttime. So you can put Pesterminator 5 on it and basically have the effects of that tripled, which is really good. So one change that I do know is happening to the set, guaranteed I'm pretty sure, is the base farming fortune is going to be gone, and the rarity of the set will be uncommon instead of rare, due to the fact that Mushroom Armor is common. Well, so obviously there could be a bunch more changes to everything you guys see today, but this is what we have on the alpha right now. Then we have the Pest Hunter Gloves. This is an equipment piece, obviously. It decreased the spawn cooldown to pest by 1%, and it gives 5% bonus pest chance. So, honestly, it's mediocre. I feel like this needs a buff or, like, be more expensive. Just needs to be better. Then we get into the, in my opinion, very, very interesting part of this. And I still have a lot of questions. I've been testing it and trying to see how it works, but I have a lot more questions that I need answered. So we have the Pest Trap and the Mouse Trap. The difference is Pest Trap, placing the garden plot and fill with bait to catch pests while offline. Maximum capacity of 2 pests. The Mouse Trap can hold 3 pests, and field mice are 3 times more likely to be caught in this type of trap. You might be wondering, what is a field mice? It is a brand new pest. We have a brand new pest here, and it's really unique in the fact with its drops. So we'll get into that. It has its own bestiary, everything like that. Then we have a beginner's guide to pest hunting. When applied to armor, increases its Pesterminator level by 1. Requires Pesterminator 5. So this is Pesterminator 6, basically. We'll buy one of these. I just want to show you guys how this works really quick. So let's say you take this Mossy Fermento chest plate. I'm sure you can slap it in anvil with it, and basically buff that to Pesterminator 6. So Pesterminator, I believe, got an overall nerf. But, yeah, I need to look on main to see what Pesterminator does on main. But Pesterminator 5 on alpha right now gives 10 farming fortune and 5 bonus pest chance. 6 gives 12 farming fortune and 6 bonus pest chance. And this little book here costs 500 pests. So all those pests you have in your vacuum, I recommend saving up some of them. I've already spammed used like 3.5k of them in the update, and there's still more I would need to buy. So highly recommend holding on to your pests and being ready for that, just saying. Then we have the Pesterminator's Lair barn skin. That's the barn skin you guys currently see for 1,500 pests. And then we have the Hedgehog pet. This thing costs 500 pests, and here's its stats at level 100. 15 base speed, doesn't really matter, but deal 100% more damage to pests. Now, this is actually good because I'm pretty sure the other, is it Beady? I can't remember the name of the reforge off the top of my head, but the other vacuum reforge that isn't buzzing, this one taps, but the other one doesn't, but it gives more fortune. And so if you're rocking the hedgehog pet, it basically makes it so the other vacuum reforge one taps as well, and you just end up getting more fortune. So like when you're killing pests, you should be rocking this. And then pests have a 50% chance to drop +1 crop. We have to see what the actual effects are of that. And then Nocturnal grants 45 farming fortune, tripled at night as well. So that's actually really good, like nearly 150 farming fortune at night. And overall, you have yourself not too bad of a pet and a set to actually be grinding pests in. Now, the big question you might have is, how do these traps actually work? I've gone ahead and placed them down. They're a physical thing you actually place, which I really like. You can have 5 placed on your garden at any time. I have 5 mouse traps here because I kind of just wanted to see how they work, what they do. And so I went ahead and put every single different type of bait in these. I'll explain how that works as well. But as you can see, I have 3 flies in this dung baited pest trap at the moment. And so these 3 flies, I can just go ahead and click them like this. They all pop out, and then you just vacuum them up like a regular pest. And just like that, it's ready to go. The one thing is, though, every single pest that it catches, it consumes one of these baits. So the bait consists of dung, honey jars, plant matter, compost, and tasty cheese. And fine flour is no longer a pest bait, but all of them obviously prioritize in catching different types of pests. For example, dung, you prioritize beetles and flies, so that's why I ended up with 3 flies in here. Now my big question is, does this work? Because in the description it says offline. So do you not catch any pests while you're on your garden? Like, is this only to come back to, is my big question. So that's going to be really interesting to see. But let me go and clear out some of these pest traps. There we go. Got 3 pests right there. Another bookworm's favorite book. Not too bad. But also, these do not take that long to fill up. I didn't do an exact timer on it, but I was filling up these traps or placed them down and went and fished for like maybe an hour, and I came back and all 5 traps are full, which is like 15 pests right and waiting for me. And this one here, we actually have a field mouse, so this will be a good time to talk about those bad boys. It's a brand new pest that they had in this update, obviously, and there's something unique to them where if you guys look in my chat as I kill it, first of all, let's spawn it. It's ridiculously fast for no reason whatsoever. But there we go. As you can see, the field mouse dropped a honey jar, a plant matter, a tasty cheese, a compost, and a dung. It drops one of every single bait, which is actually really good. And something that it also drops, it also has 2 RNG drops, basically, being the squeaky toy, which is a 2.5% drop chance, and the squeaky mouse mat, which is a 0.5% chance. So the squeaky mouse mat is kind of useful. It's interesting. It's an item that you can right click and left click, basically, to set your exact angle. So it'll basically be that when you're holding this item, you can right click it and it'll like snap you to like whatever angle you have it set at. So it's okay, I'd say. Now the other one, the squeaky one, doesn't seem that good to me in my opinion. I think it needs a buff. The squeaky toy, I went ahead and put it on one of my equipment pieces, actually. I think I have it equipped on here. I don't. Where did I put this thing? Is it in here? It is. So as you can see, Rooted, for example, is giving me 11 health and 15 farming fortune, compared to Squeaky on here, which is giving me 1.5 pest chance and 8 farming fortune. So it has its uses. Like, I'll probably put it on the new pair of gloves, but I don't see myself making another set of Lotus for that. It just doesn't seem incredibly worth it for me. It could be, though. We'll have to wait and see how that kind of plays out. And then something unique about the field mouse is that it's only 100 bestiary kills to max it, instead of the 250 that we've gotten used to from all the other pests. And then a change that they're actually making to the field mouse already is they're going to make it so that it randomly drops a certain crop as well. So it'll give you like the loot of like killing a fly's worth of wheat, or like a beetle's worth of netherwort, for example, like something like that. So it'll also give some crops. Right now in alpha it doesn't, but they've already noted that they will be making that change. Overall, pretty cool, and you can only catch these things from traps, which is really interesting. And I actually have 2 in here. Okay, let's go ahead and spawn these, see if we can get any. Give me any rare drops. Let's kill this thing. Okay, I dropped a slug pet, really? Dude, I've dropped 2 slug pets on this alpha already. I already dropped another one earlier. That's actually crazy. Either way, and then here we have just some earthworms and a mosquito. Nothing too insane. Let me go ahead and vacuum all these up. but good way to climb up pests very quickly every time you go back to your garden, because, I mean, that's like a lot of pests we just went through, and for nothing. Not to mention, I also had the 8 offline pests on my garden when I logged back on to Alpha today, so yeah, you can come back to your garden for a lot of different pests that you can choose from. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about today is chocolate factory changes, and there's quite a few of them. There's more rabbits, everyone's favorite. We got more rabbits, but there's new items in the shop, a brand new mechanic as well. So yeah, there's actually a lot to like about this one. So let's jump into it right away with the Rabbit Hitman. Okay, so this is something that you unlock at Chocolate Factory 1, I believe. But if we open this up, you're going to see 28 different slots here that all cost coins. And I believe it costs about 300 million coins to unlock all these egg slots. And basically what it does is hire this private rabbit to hunt eggs for you. They will collect eggs you missed. So when you miss an egg during Hoppity's hunt, it'll be collected here. These spots all have a cooldown, which I'll show you guys in a second. But as you can see, every single spot is filled with a chocolate egg I missed here on the alpha. And you can go ahead and just click claim all. And it satisfyingly rolls every single... Wait, what did I just get? Just got a mythic? No. Wait, why did I get sky... It popped up with Skyblock XP. Melon, new rabbit, implode, new epic rabbit. Oh, wait, Aurora. Wait, I got a duplicate. Oh my god, see, but like this is so many eggs that open. I got a new epic in here, a new uncommon. Yeah, this is just a great feature. Like you don't have to like focus on the rabbits now, and so you just open this whenever you remember, and you're chilling. Also, what gave me Skyblock XP in here? I'm so confused. Mythic chocolate rabbits, +2 Skyblock XP. Very strange. I didn't even see Zoro in there as one I got. I could be wrong. Either way, now these are all on a quite long cooldown, to be honest. 8 hours to fill all this. I'm assuming it's like 9, maybe even 10 hours to fill all the spots. So yeah, it's quite the cooldown, but just a handy feature to have, I'm going to be honest. Like, that can just save you so much time and just collects the eggs that you aren't paying attention to. Next thing I want to point your attention to is the chocolate shop, because we have some new items in here. First of all, a change. Chocolate dyes are now 40 billion, or yeah, 40 billion chocolate, which is quite a bit. But to be honest, people were just spam buying these. They were never going to have any value on the main server. Like, this had to be made, in my opinion. So, yeah, my chocolate dyes are going to go to the moon. Okay, they're going to be worth a ton now. Then we also have Choco Rabbit minion skins, little minion skin for 2.5 bill. And then if we make our way to the bottom line, we have the hot chocolate mix-in for your god potions, which gives 15 pet luck and plus 0.05 times chocolate per second. Now, this I actually really like. It's not that the stats are too insane. It's the fact that we finally have something that's reusable and like repurchasable from the chocolate shop. Because all this stuff up here, once you have it, you're kind of done. You know, like I don't know what to spend my chocolate on the main server at all. I've been spam buying chocolate dyes because I have everything else. But this is something you consume on a regular basis and that you can continuously use your chocolate on. So I approve of that. I honestly think they should up the price. I think 1.5 billion chocolate is too cheap, but we'll see if they tweak that at all. But yeah, those are the main changes. Obviously, there's a bunch of new rabbits. There's also rabbit hotspots now. So basically, each particular rabbit you're missing has a 50% higher chance to be found on a specific hotspot island. So for example, this Celestia Divine Rabbit currently has a 50% higher chance for me to find in the gold mine, and I believe it constantly rotates, but you can shuffle between the rabbit locations and see which one is being hotspotted, and basically just go and hunt those rabbits that you're looking for. So pretty cool way to prioritize certain rabbits that you might still need. There's a bunch more things that are kind of snuck into these patch notes on the alpha. I'm going to cover the last few big things here on the Crimson Isle. First thing being the fact that you no longer lose faction reputation in a faction. So when you swap over factions, it doesn't become negative. You don't have to get to like 28,000 rep in a certain faction before switching over anymore. You just gain the rep. Swap factions, you can gain the rep over there. Finally, I don't know why this is years later, but it's finally here. And then secondly, faction rep now gives Skyblock XP. There's actually 150 Skyblock XP available across the two factions for hitting 1,000 rep, 3,000, 7,000, and 12,000 in each respective faction. So really like that as well. Motivate people to actually just get it done. I'm going to actually have to get my May trip done because I think I have like, yeah, 680. Got some work to do there. A couple other changes. They actually made some massive changes to a lot of the Cruiser armor sets. If you guys want me to make a separate video on how those stats are different compared to now, let me know in the comments down below, because yeah, there's just a lot of changes. Like, the actual tier of your armor, for example, Fiery, Infernal, actually matters now for your set bonus. And there's just a bunch of other things like that. So if you want a separate video on that, let me know in the comments down below. But if you want to check out all the stat changes, make sure you check out the forums post on the alpha section on the hypixel.net website. And then, last but not least, the other thing I want to talk about is they've made it so Kismet feathers work on Kudra chests, which I think is a very strange one, considering I think we're going to have attributes be removed from existence. So, kind of odd that they're in the middle of encouraging people to do Kudra, while at the same time getting ready to remove attributes, unless they've changed their opinion on that, but I don't think that's the case. Either way, those are the big main things I wanted to talk about today. It's going to be really interesting how, honestly, all these changes affect gameplay, from money grinding with pests. Is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? Is the price of stuff for Kudra going to go down like crazy? There's also a bunch of regular things that a lot of you guys might care about. Is a lot of the items in the Crimson Isle won't be soulbound anymore, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I highly recommend just hopping on the alpha, checking out all this stuff for yourself. There's a lot to look through and a lot to go over. So if you guys want another video on some of the alpha content, let me know in the comments down below. But thank you so much for watching today's video all the way to the end. If you guys did enjoy and are excited for this update, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Zach whenever you find yourself checking out on the Hypixel store. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.